This is Beyond Curry with your host Bill Julka and guest hosts Dr. Nandlal Varyani, Lata Varyani, Dr. Neera Julka, and guests Josh Ungar, Shama Ibrahim, Om Julka, and Dr. Murphy Ungar. Today we spotlight tandoori cooking. Though it is popular throughout the world, its origins and varieties are largely unknown. Everyone is fond of tandoori chicken, but today we bring you a new dimension in tandoori cooking. Every day I dress in a suit and tie, but today I'm dressed as a chef. I have invited my friends and family for dinner, and we're going to show you a new form of tandoori cooking. Let's begin. We're all going to be doing tandoori cooking today. The first thing in Indian cooking is a mixture of spices. We use a lot of ingredients in our cooking, so we usually pre-mix the spices into some kind of masala. And what we are going to show you today are the three kinds of masalas that we are going to be using in the marinades. The first is the tandoori masala. It is also commercially available, but today we are going to make it from scratch. So spices are common in all forms of Indian cooking. The first spice we have here is cumin.
It helps in digestion and is also a brain booster.
So is that why most of the Indians go to computers? Okay, that's the first item I'm putting in here. This is a traditional utensil to mix the spices in India. So the next is coriander.
Coriander is mostly helpful for digestion and it tastes great too.
Okay, that's coriander. Next is cloves.
It decreases the gastric juice and it is very tasty.
And next we have cinnamon.
For diabetes also it's wonderful, it lowers the blood sugar.
Okay.
It also helps in digestion and it has a lot of brain improving properties.
So Dr. Oz was talking that how everybody is now going to go for cinnamon now.
We have ginger powder and it's used for motion sickness.
It cures indigestion for sure, one. And the two is garlic and ginger are one of the prime ingredients of our cooking.
Next is garlic.
It prevents the aggregation of platelets, therefore heart disease.
Garlic tablets available at different drugstores.
This is the cayenne pepper or the hot chili pepper. Other than heat, does it have any benefit?
The biggest part of the red chili is the capsicum, and that, number one, it helps with pain, and there's now purified capsicum that is used for chronic pain, acute pain.
The next ingredient is turmeric.
It's antiseptic and it also prevents Alzheimer's disease.
And that's the next ingredient. And then this is a very strong spice, and that's why that name is mace.
Benefits of that are digestive as well as the smell to a lot of Indian cooking.
And next is of course salt, which we all know the benefits of salt. And then is paprika, which is a different variety of chilies. We take this and we really mix them all together.
It would take almost like 4 hours to do this.
But today we're going to grind them in this. And we're going to save it because we're going to use it for our marinades. Next we're going to make the chaat masala. Again, it has some of the ingredients are the same. It has cumin, the mint, and the carom seeds. Asafoetida by itself, I can't take the smell. It's so strong. This is the rock salt. More mace, cloves, the hot chili peppers, crystals of citric acid, black pepper. The major ingredient in a chaat masala is mango powder.
I don't want to make it from scratch. What options do I have? It's widely available in all the Indian stores, this chaat masala, and in fact personally I don't make it. I usually go buy it.
How long does it last?
3-6 months or more, because it has to come from India mostly.
Next we're going to make the garam masala. This is the most commonly used in our everyday cooking. Black cumin, black pepper, black cardamom, stick of cinnamon. In Indian cooking we always use nutmeg for meats and fish, and same with cinnamon, mace and some cloves. The main base in this is cumin, so it's kind of tough. And so these are the three ingredients that are
always available in our kitchen.
The featured spice today is turmeric. Turmeric is one of the most important spices in Indian cuisine. It has been used for over 2000 years, first as a dye, then for its many health benefits. It's a root related to ginger. Turmeric is boiled and then dried before being ground into powder. Its flavor is earthy and slightly hot, though its primary value is that it gives curry its distinctive bright yellow color. In addition to its uses in curries, turmeric can add color and flavor to cheeses, yogurt, baked goods, and a variety of dishes. This versatile spice has many uses ranging from cosmetics. It's used to enhance skin tone, remove unwanted hair. It's a must in all weddings. It's used in ceremonial rituals and offerings to Hindu gods. Turmeric has been shown effectively to battle cancer, Alzheimer's disease, arthritis, and king cobra bite. India is the world's primary producer of turmeric, with its city of Erode in the state of Tamil Nadu referred to as the Yellow City or Turmeric City because of how much spice it exports.
Neeraj, can you show us how to make yogurt?
It takes only 5 hours to make the yogurt from scratch. We can use any milk. We can use low fat or whole milk. We are going to use 1%. And then you put it in the microwave for 6 minutes. Once it's cold at the room temperature, we take 2 teaspoonfuls of starter yogurt and put it in this, cover it and wrap it in nice warm blanket and let it stay like this for 4 hours. After 4 hours, you can unwrap your warm blanket and you will have a homemade yogurt with no preservatives, and it's a very good thing for your digestive system. You can also keep this couple of weeks in the refrigerator. I will also talk about how to make homemade cheese. Take this amount of milk and put it in the microwave to boil it. Once the milk is boiling, we take 2 tablespoonfuls of vinegar and mix in it, and you will see this will become like a cheese. And we put this with the sieve. Just take the cheese out, wrap it in a towel, keep it on for at least 15 minutes, and then unwrap it, put in the refrigerator, and you have the end product cheese.
According to DNA research, all modern domesticated cows came from a herd of 80 bovine females 10,000 years ago in southeastern Turkey and northern Iraq. It is common theory that most cows were not able to be domesticated except for this small herd. They were one of the first commodities to be used as currency and were often the objects of theft. Cattle are sacred to the Hindu religion. They are treated with the same respect as one's mother because of the milk they provide.
We want to make 1-inch square pieces of cheese and marinate them so we can put them in the skewers.
Will it taste it, Lata? Oh, I'd love to. You can get this in Indian store too, and it's called paneer.
The marinade is really simple, straightforward. This is salt. Put 2 tablespoonfuls of chaat masala, 2 tablespoonfuls of tandoori masala, 1/4 cup of yogurt. We're going to mix them all up. So we're going to marinate this cheese for 3 hours with some vegetable oil. It kind of coats the cheese with the spices. Marinate it, put it in the refrigerator. Next, we're going to marinate the vegetables. The vegetables we are using are red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, mushrooms and onions. We're going to make pepper 1-inch square. And next we're going to make the marinade. Vegetable oil, 2 tablespoonfuls of chaat masala, 2 tablespoonfuls of tandoori masala. Mix all the spices, put them in the vegetables. We put in some mushrooms, some onions, and just take the outside so that it can be put in the skewers. Mix everything together here so every vegetable gets the spice. Marinate it.
Meanwhile, Dr. Varyani is lighting the tandoor. The tandoor is traditionally a clay pit in the ground with coals in the bottom. It is used to cook naan or Indian bread. It is thought to have originated from the cradle of civilization over 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. The native Sumerians and Akkadians lived there for thousands of years until it became a battleground for nearby empires. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great conquered Mesopotamia across the Middle East to what is now China. This enabled Alexander's successors to develop the silk trade from modern-day China to Europe. The tradition of tandoor is said to have traveled via the Silk Road. In the 1300s, Genghis Khan controlled the northern route while destroying all other routes. This stimulated trade with Middle Eastern countries for 200 years. Eventually, the Mongolian Empire was split up, and in the 1500s, Jahangir, the fourth emperor of the Mughal Empire, inherited land from the silk trade down to southern India. He is said to have made the tandoor portable. With his sponsorship, tandoori cooking became popular in India. It was often used outside and in markets for cooking, but the first tandoor to cook meats wasn't installed until 1948 in Moti Mahal restaurant in Delhi. The tremendous success of that restaurant brought the knowledge of tandoori cooking to the world.
Next, we are going to show you how to marinate the shrimp. Actually, it's a two-step process. In the first step, marinate the shrimp in lime juice, garlic, and ginger, and we let that marinate for 30 minutes. Put it in the refrigerator. Step 2 on the marinade, we're going to remove the shrimp and pat it dry with a napkin, and we're going to make sure that it's dry. We are going to make the real marinade, which we are not going to remove. That as yogurt, lime juice, onion, garlic, turmeric, cayenne pepper, garam masala, white pepper, carom seeds. We blend them all together.